Okay, people, Maker 100 course. We're going to do the DAC to ADC, so digital to analog converter, analog to digital converter. I'm going to click on that, which is right here. I'm just going to copy it, but if you've got the what's it called? The Portenta Pro Community Solutions, it would be in, excellent question. Where the heck is it? There we go. Examples, because you don't need any extras, is right there. Okay, so we are going to make sure this thing is in breathing mode. See my finger there is reflecting the green. Remember, it's upside down, so it goes on a breadboard, so you've got more rows you can plug in. I'm just going to set this up to the right board. Read down here, it's the M7 core. You always got to make sure you're flashing to the right thing. And let's just flash that. I'm not going to save it. Okay, so what's happening here? We have read the instructions, pin 3V to ARF. If you were looking at it directly, that's not helpful. It would be pin 3. 3B3 is the third one down to AREF, and that's the third one down to AREF. Remember, it's flipped, which is going to be a pain all year. Next thing is, and let's just see if that's actually compiling. Should be compiling. Looks like it's compiling. So now we're doing AO to A6. So let's see what's going on here. It's AO is the second one down to A6 is going to be the eighth one down. There's the second one down. It's the yellow cable or orange cable. There it is. It's right here. And this one is plugged into the wrong one. It's supposed to be AO, which is number 2. There we go. So the orange one's from AO to A6. The brown one's from AO to D6, the last pin on the board. Reminder, everything's flipped upside down just to make your life miserable. Let's have a look at the code. Very simple. We're analog resolution 10. That doesn't even have to be there because it's the default. We're doing a random seed, setting it from A1, which is just a little trick to set the random seed to something totally random. Then serial begin, then DAC is pin mode. That's actually AO. It's actually on AO. And then pin mode 6, input down, so it's setting D6 to be down. I'm going to switch. Let's have a look a bit more here. So basically, it's running a function called myDAC0. It's running another function called myDAC800. And then it's creating a random number, and it's running myDAC with a random number. And then it's delaying the main code. Oh, and then myDAC actually prints out the code, so it's writing the DAC. It's setting print to see what it is. Then it's seeing what A6 reads. Then it's seeing what D6 reads. D6 is digital. A6 is analog, so the values should be different. Oh, I got to open up my serial monitor. Got to get on the right port. And then serial monitor. So let's see what we're getting here. It's going pretty quick. So I think I'm going to stop auto scroll and just have a look at one of these. So let's look at this top one. It is DAC on AO set to 0. The pin at D6 reads 0. The pin at A6 reads 7. If we set it to 800, the pin at A6 reads 799, which is very close to 800. The pin at D6 is still reading 0 because it's a digital pin. Let's look for, that's interesting actually, the 800 reading 0. We need to crank that up a little higher and see if we can get it reading 100. So where in the code did we set it to 800? Or that's simply reading wrong. AO D6. D6 is on this side. Let's get my image again and just check D6. Nope, D6 is on the other side. So I hooked this up wrong, flip it over to there. Come on, machine, go in. Okay, now it's on D6. It's flipped. That's going to be a problem all year. Let's auto scroll. There we go. That's a little bit better. So let's read this again. AO0, DAC is 0, so it's generating 0 voltage. A6 is reading 7, which is very small. D6 is reading 0. If the DAC generates 800 voltage out of 1023, A6 is reading 801. That's awesome. And D6 is reading on. Now, then we're doing a random one, 238. A6 is reading 237. That's awesome. D6 is reading it off. Let's see what the lowest number is. See, 244 here is 0, and 516 is 1. These are raw values where 0 is on the DAC is 0 voltage, and 1023 would be 3.3 volts. And so eventually you're going to find out where it switches over. But that's a basic assignment. I think I'm done here.